It's that time of the year. It's ADE time.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The next call, Amsterdam Central Station. And this train will terminate here. We wish you all a pleasant day.
For the next 2 hours, this is the Digital Groove ADE special.
It's just a feeling.
Part 1.
It's just a feeling.
From Amsterdam with love. This is Niall Redmond and the Digital Groove.
Welcome back to the streets of Amsterdam 2023 this year. It is the Digital Groove with me, Niall Redmond, from the ADE 2023, and it is a little bit of a special occasion for us here on the streets of Amsterdam this year because it is 10 years of our Digital Groove specials at the ADE, and I have hopefully a great show lined up for you. I have a lot of people kind of lined up, but that's the way it works at the ADE. I have a lot of people kind of lined up, and then who knows who we will run into. I don't know. Anyway, first thing we want to say, and we want to, on a more, I suppose, less celebratory note, is to acknowledge that, of course, our dear friend Colin Edwards passed away earlier this year, and he is really the voice of our ADE jingles and our voice of our continuity here in the ADE, so we're thinking of him as we go throughout the show tonight. You will hear his voice coming in and out, of course, in part as we go through the programme, but yeah, we miss you, Colin, and we wish you were still here this year with us listening to the ADE show, but thanks for all you've done for us over the last 10 years, and big love to you and your fam down in Cork. We will be getting to a Cork guest shortly. All that will be revealed. In the meantime, we're going to go to who? Well, we're going to go to our friends, the Baronay Brothers, over from Switzerland. This is Marco and Maurizio, and they're having breakfast. Let's go down and disturb them. Well, it's nice to have breakfast on the second morning of ADE. I was going to say the first morning of ADE, but it's actually really the first morning because we were travelling yesterday morning. We only got here yesterday afternoon, and you got here last night, Marco and Maurizio, the Baronay Brothers. You know them as, we know them as here on the radio show, and indeed on our ADE specials. Now, you know this is the 10th anniversary, Marco, and I just thought about it. You're, I think, the only guest that's been on every ADE special. You're the theme for the last 10 years on the show. Well done.
Really honored to be a part of this family, of the RTE Pulse family, Digital Groove, to be a part of this anniversary and to celebrate this time with you.
Just so people listening at home know, you're actually having your breakfast. Is there anything in your breakfast that's going to go cold? It looks like what you've got. I'm trying to describe for people.
Worries.
You have banana granola, which looks really healthy actually. You have, it looks like a hard-boiled egg or a very gone-off potato. You have a half-eaten croissant and you have some bread. So your coffee's going to go cold, so work away on that, okay?
No worries, mate.
So last night we were out and we went to see Todd Terry down at Vic's Bar. I was playing early in the Web, and then I went over to see Todd Terry. So that was really busy.
Yes, I think yesterday it was a smooth start, and the big party for us, I think, was Todd Terry's party. It was the right beginning to start ADE, but in a smooth way. But it was really busy.
I couldn't believe how busy it was.
All people,
for Wednesday.
Yes, for Wednesday. But I think people, it begins earlier, I think, because maybe people leave earlier to go home or
maybe
have gigs in the weekend.
You have an event today, don't you, that you have to do? So tell us about that.
Yes, DJ MRT has a radio show this afternoon with artists like Andy Reid. I think Tom Novi is there. And this is at Club Panama. It's not open for public. It's a special event. And then tonight, really busy. With my brother, we want to go to the NDC radio showcase, the Midnight Riot event.
That's the big one, isn't it, really?
Yes.
That and Phoenix. I'm going to be between, but yeah. But
of course, also. So, I don't know. It's all at the same time.
I know, that's the problem. You know, it used to be that you had to be in two places at the same time. Now you have to be in four places at the same time.
Yes.
Tonight, particularly.
A challenge.
A big challenge
for today.
Have you plans for the weekend then? I tried to figure out what's on Friday night and Saturday night, but have you seen anything for Friday and Saturday?
Yes, for me, of course, Glitterbox. I heard Glitterbox is sold out.
Okay, have you got tickets?
I have.
Ah, well, okay.
I have tickets. So Glitterbox is for me always a highlight, not only here at the ADE, when I'm in Ibiza. So Glitterbox is really my party, my sound. But there are a lot of different showcases I want to go and connect and chat with people. So many events also at Friday and Saturday. And I have my gig in the showcase of the NDC radio at Satchmo.
Satchmo, I remember Satchmo from last year, yes.
It's a cool location.
Yeah.
He's on Saturday at 10 p.m., 10 to 11. And then the final, the grande finale on Sunday at the Hangover Brunch. This year, another location, Luminaire. It's the rooftop of the Hilton. So this is the final step, and then the ADE is over.
For this year?
For us for this year.
Then we go to year 11. Anyway, Maurizio, good to see you again, sir. How are you?
Hi, Niall. I'm very honored to be here. For me, it's this very important. My English, I think, is get better.
Much better.
Every year, better.
Did you see any old friends last night that you met last year, year before?
Yeah. In the moment, is so that we are a family, and when we see the old people, every year. And Maurizio, you are here. The family brothers, Baronay Brothers are here. Wow, very good, very nice. Hello.
It's nice to reconnect.
Yes.
Well, you certainly are celebrities. And just for anyone listening to that, that's actually Marco opening an egg. It sounds like interference on the radio, right? Listen to that. That's an egg opening. If you ever get that as a competition question on the radio, what is this sound? That is Marco opening an egg. And actually, the croissant, I could hear the croissant.
Maybe this is the next sound for my track.
Yeah, maybe. You know, usually the eggs are a shaker. But you can just do it as an opening an egg, right? You're here together as the brothers, but you've left your lovely lady. You didn't bring your lady this year, Maurizio.
Hey, my lady is in Hamburg, Suhan, and I want greetings with my girlfriend Suhan. His kids, Yekta, Yaden, sister Sevil, and with Tamina and Vilada and all Turkish connection.
Did you bring your Dublin Fire Brigade t-shirt this year? Because everybody, you were a big hit in your Dublin Fire Brigade t-shirt last year at the W Hotel. Did you bring it this year?
Maybe, I don't know, we want to show.
Well, we do actually have some t-shirt exchange to do, because I have these ran away with popularity, the 10-year anniversary t-shirts. So I have one for both of you, of course, and you have one for me. You have an updated DJ LeBaron t-shirt for me. So we will do exchange later, get some picture evidence of that. But we have, it's like the footballers, we have t-shirt exchange.
Yeah, it's at the end. So
but mine are clean and yours are clean.
The wet t-shirts.
Exactly. Well, look, hopefully we won't have too many wet t-shirts over the next day or two with the rain. I will hopefully see you guys later on down in both the Phoenix and indeed the Midnight Riot Party. Thank you for being our first guests again.
Thank you so much.
And,
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being with us for the whole ADE specials always. You've been every single one, so well done.
Everything a pleasure.
Right, I promised you somebody from Cork. It might not be who you think. Maybe it is. I don't know. Anyway, he did something very nice for me earlier this year. And here's a little clip of what it was, in case you forgot. Now, my good friend down under, in both senses of the word, because he's in Australia, but of course, officially down under from Cork. This is Callyy. It's called Twisted, forthcoming on Phoenix Music. And once again, big love to Callyy, because winging its way from Australia to Ireland is a very exclusive pair of Asics runners that I collect, of course, and Callyy stepped up to the plate and not only went and got up after his gig, mentioned this before in the show, and actually stayed online to buy them for me. So thank you very much, my friend. So please give him your attention for his amazing new tune, forthcoming on Phoenix Music. This is called Twisted, coming at you in a couple of weeks. Well, you might not remember that moment on the show, but you will remember this tune. Here's Callyy and Ant Scalacci and Michelle Weeks. Keep fighting.
survive. But baby, I'm here to tell you, we are much more than conquerors. We are victors. We are victorious. I will not give up the fight. I will stand in the face of adversity. I will stand in the face of bigotry. I will stand in the face of discrimination. I will stand in the face of misogyny. I will stand in the face of contempt. I will continue to fight for love, life, and equality. Are you with me? Woo! Come on!
Before we even get into our chat today, Callyy, the runners have made it. These runners have actually circumnavigated the globe twice, would you believe? They got sent to Ireland, they got sent back to Australia, they floated around a few post offices, you had to go and collect them. What a pain in the arse.
It was all good, man, no problem. I just chucked them in my suitcase when I knew we were going to be meeting up in Amsterdam, so there we go, we got them now. And
thank you so much.
Let's hope they fit.
Wow, well listen, it doesn't matter, I'll actually put them in a case. You know, they're the most travelled runners probably in the Essex collection, and definitely anyway. But look, great to see you. We actually hooked up yesterday, we were having a chat and having a coffee, and this is your first ADE.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think so far? Are we just bumping into people all the time? We bumped into each other last night.
Yeah, for the first time.
Just walking down the street.
Yeah, I guess with the help of social media, you already know what people kind of look like. So, you know, you can kind of put a face to a name, but it's nice to go up and shake their hand and speak to people face to face as well. ADE is incredible. It's like, you know, it's a hub of people just here for all the right reasons, I feel. You know, it's only day 2 at the moment, so it's still early in the festival. But last night we met at the Hoxton. I ended up playing there for the Motive Records event, which was really cool, you know, to be able to come to my first ADE on the first day and play a set there, you know, so not many people get to do that. So I'm very lucky.
You're actually playing a few sets, aren't you? You're playing over the festival, really. So where else are you playing?
Well, I played that one last night, and I've got the Solo Toko, which is Sonny Federa's label. He's doing the takeover of the Chicago Social Club on Saturday, and then the agency that I'm signed to in Australia have picked up the Side Room, so that's the One Hit agency, and One Hit running the Side Room there, so there's a lot of Aussie artists in there, including Matt Tony, which is Matt, my agent from the One Hit agency. So yeah, we're really fortunate, you know. I am really fortunate to be able to come here and be able to play in some of the best clubs and with some of the best lineups on the calendar.
Are you planning to kind of, you know, network a bit more now the next few days, or are you just hoping, you know, just to randomly bump in and, you know, use the usual things, the Hoxton, you never know who you'd meet kind
exactly,
of thing?
Exactly, yeah. It'll be a big mix of both of that, you know, so cruising around, meeting people, doing stuff like this with you. I've got a couple of record label catch-ups planned with, you know, Phoenix and Peppermint Jam, two labels that I've already signed to, so I'm going to meet up with those guys and, you know, put a face to a name, and you know, just and talk about future plans with them. And then I guess from there, there's so many events happening. Again, like I mentioned with the One Hit agency, they're heavily involved with Defected and Glitterbox, so I'll be coming along to them as well, supporting the Defected Glitterbox crew in anticipation for Defected coming to Australia. I think it's in the next 3 weeks. The Defected Australia tour kicks off, which is going to, you know, go across all the major cities in Oz and Bali.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're lucky.
Busy
really
times.
lucky.
And you've just come from technically the start of your summer, haven't you? So
Yeah.
So it's going to kick off for you, you know, over the next couple of months. It's going to be your summer, of course.
Exactly, yeah. We've already had some big names come through in the residencies that we play at the Ivy in Sydney with Angelo Ferrari a few weeks ago and Marco Lees as well. And next week I think we're about Mark Farina's in town, so again supporting all them artists as well, which is really good, and get to meet those guys and play before or after them, whatever suits the event, you know.
Well, I have to be honest, you're bringing it back to the runners, right? So I was looking for these pair of runners, and I reached out to anyone who I knew in Australia, just put it out there, any friends in Australia help me out with this, and you got back to me, right?
I did.
And I've been playing your music on the radio, of course, so I knew the names, like, Callyy, fair play, jeez, that's kind of him to do that for me. And it was only when you left me a voice note, I went, he's from Cork? What? I didn't realise you were from Ireland.
No, a lot of people don't.
You know.
It's maybe jet black beard, a little
Could
bit
be,
of a tan, and people just get a bit, they think...
Well, I have to admit, I won't tell you who, but I showed someone a picture of you with a group of people. I said, pick out the Irishman and that for me, and they didn't pick you.
No. I get that a lot now, especially coming off the summer as well, you know. So, no, I'm you know, couldn't be any more Cork. I don't know if it's coming through on the mic, my
It certainly
accent,
is.
But, you know, 14 years, I'll be 14 years in Australia next February, so left in 2010.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Well, look, bring me back to sort of a bit before 2010, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, growing up in Cork, you know, being from Dublin, we always envy people in Cork if you played more. I played Soulful House, you know, so I always looked at Cork as kind of the mecca for soulful Sir Henry's vocally type house. But did you grow up with that in Cork?
I just missed the Sir Henry's days. A little bit too young for that, but I picked up the tail of it and all the, I guess, the ripples from Henry's, which I guess the biggest ripple from Henry's was the Radio Friendly project, which was a pirate radio station. So I just remember as a teenager, like going to school, playing hurling, you know, doing all that. But I distinctly remember waking up on a Saturday morning and tuning into, I think it was 104.6 FM, Radio Friendly. I don't even know where it was. It was in an attic somewhere in Cork, and they were playing the very best of house music. Even now today, it's still timeless. If you were to play it, alright to play it in a set, it still translates today. And what I would do is I'd get up in the morning, listen to these records. No mobile phones at the time, so they'd call out the station phone number.
Oh yeah.
I'd run into my mum's bedroom where the landline would be in there, pick up the phone, ring them, ask them the name of the record, put it in a notebook, and then go into Cork City later that day and try and get the records or ask the record shop for them. And then that's when I started collecting music.
You were in school at this stage?
School, 13, 14, you know, so that's well over 20 years ago for me. And then I guess there was another thing with that, the DJs from around Cork, they used to do mixed CDs, and they'd drop them into the record shops, and you could buy them as well. So I'd be picking, and then their mixes would consist of rare vinyls and B-sides and white labels.
Who are we talking? We're talking kind of Greg and Shane?
Greg and Shane, Mucka, them kind of guys.
Mucka Toomey.
Yeah. So Mucka's the one that kind of sticks with me a lot, because I used to remember specifically. Now, I don't even know Mucka that. Like I think we're Facebook friends, but I think if I sat in front of him, he wouldn't know me.
Really?
But we'd know each other from. I used to go into Blades barber shop. You could buy the CDs in there, and that's when I started collecting music, and that's when names started, becoming familiar to me. Kerry Chandler, Lauren Garnier, and again, Fish Go Deep ran the sweat nights in Sir Henry's, and their main people that they used to bring over all the time was Kerry, Lauren Garnier, and then that kind of created the sound in Cork, a real deep, soulful house. And I just remember then, getting up till 99, 2000, Defected started coming on the scene. Simon set Defected up, and then this Sulphuric in the House compilation started coming out, and I guess Head Candy as well were starting to come around that time. So the early 2000s is where I think I built most of my collection and my knowledge around house music, based on all that. And then from there I just fell in love with it, and I've just been collecting music ever since.
So when you went to Sydney in 2010, then had you any machinations about DJing over there at the time? Were you going over for that, or were you just moving from Ireland, or what?
I before I left for Sydney, I was doing gigs around Cork as well, playing like the Long Island at the time, little bits in Suez as well, which was another rooftop bar. So it was all rooftop sounds, and and any opportunity I could get to DJ, I would take it. When I went to Perth, that's where I landed in 2010. Within 2 weeks, I found this really cool cocktail bar that was doing house music. Went in there, made up some bullshit story.
Did you just turn on the Irish charm?
I went in and I just said, I'm this person talking through my arse, really. And they gave me a crack, and I ended up becoming a resident there. It was a niche bar in Leaderville at the time. I'd done a residency there, and then from there I just moved around Sydney, Melbourne for a few years. I played a bit around Melbourne as well, and then when I got to Sydney, I just started taking it a lot more serious. I kind of started coming up with a plan. And then I got in front of the right people. They liked what I was doing. And then from there, it's just progressed really quickly. But luckily, that progression has come from, there's 20 years of hard work.
Of course, yeah.
Of collecting
your
music
overnight success
that.
is 20 years. They say
overnight success. Where, like, people in Sydney are going, like, this guy just popped up out of nowhere. Yeah, that's probably true. I did pop up in the Sydney scene in a year quickly. But that's based on, 20 years of knowledge in collecting music. So I'm quite confident in my ability to play the right track at the right time based on that, you know what I mean?
But did you think you found that when you went to, somewhere different? I mean, it's that kind of classic Irish story of, people tend to just really flourish when they leave Ireland sometimes. They just get those opportunities. They go to America, they go to England, and it's almost like the Father Ted story where they took it to somewhere else and it became huge. And just to look at even looking at your social media, and you're playing all these amazing events, you're making amazing music. Yeah. I'm just curious, would you have had that opportunity had you stayed here, I wonder? It's hard to know.
It's hard to know for sure. I think so. Yeah. To be honest, I think if you're committed and you put in the hard work, I don't think it matters where you are. Especially now with how easy it is to connect with people. The Keep Fighting track, which was is probably the most successful track I've created, and I didn't create that alone. I did that with my good friend Nan Scalacci, But when we wrote that track together, me and Ant, in the studio in Sydney, and that, to be honest, it came together over 2 studio sessions really quickly for us, because we came in with an idea, we knew what we wanted. We kind of had the shapeshifters in our head when we were doing it. If you listen back to the song, there's big horns and there's good, the drums, and there's the way the song progresses. And we were just speaking about a singer, who would we like on it. And with my point being the beauty of social media and the ability to connect, I was able to reach out to Michelle Weeks and ask her would she be interested in it, and sent her the project, and she loved it, and she came back and said, yeah, I'd love to get involved. Just I didn't have to go through weeks of phone calls or postcards or a pigeon. You know what I mean? I was able to just connect with somebody who I admire in the scene, and it was her song "Delight" with Jamie Lewis was what inspired me, and it was the reference. If you listen back to my song, there's a spoken word element in the middle of it. I asked her to do that.
Classic Michelle Weeks thing, wasn't it?
I said, because like her spoken word and Jamie Lewis Delight's one of the best ever written. So I said, I'd love for you to do something like that in the middle of it. And then it's a real powerful message in that song as well.
What a huge record. That's been doing really well. I mean, that's still flying high, isn't it?
I think it's 95 days in the tracks of the Soulful House chart, and it peaked at number 3. I think it was at number 100 yesterday, so it's right at the end of its chart life now. But
to think though, in an industry or a music sort of scene that stuff is out for a week and it's forgotten, that's just brilliant.
And it's incredible, and I'm so appreciative of the support, because I get, yourself, you played it on the show, you gave it a big talk up. Moose T has played it, Natasha Diggs. I don't think I could thank her enough for the amount of support she gave. She played it before it was even mixed and mastered. Wow. Because when I was on the Glitterbox tour last year, she asked, we were just talking over dinner, I sent it to her as a draft. She asked me could she play it that night. I'm not going to say no. Of
course not.
And then she got behind it, and and then Moose T, David Penn, some of these big DJs, they're all getting behind it, and I was so appreciative of it, and very lucky we'd have a track that done really well. It has a really positive message behind it as well. I didn't realise how good that record was, if I'm being honest. I thought it was good, and I was really proud of it until I was in High in Ibiza, that super club, and Natasha played it. I actually I was on the dance floor at the time, and I saw the energy in the room change during
How did
the
that
song.
feel?
Yeah, it was incredible.
Your record being played, you're in the crowd.
Yeah, it was incredible.
And they don't know it's you, probably.
No, I was, because I was the only one not dancing. I was just standing there with my mouth wide open, looking around the room. But my point being that it genuinely, her set started off, and when she played that, it created a new energy in the room. And I didn't think that record would have that effect, and I just saw it because I was able to see people around me dancing to it, and I was incredible feeling, brilliant.
Now, at the time we played on the radio, we were slagging the Scalacci connection, and it actually turns out he is related to Toto Scalacci. I thought you were getting it up for me. That's true.
No, I was. But my first time meeting Ant, we played a ball party together. We got booked to play together, and I went up to him. I said, "Do you have any idea who Toto Scalacci is?" And he said, "Yeah." And he told me he was like a granduncle or some distant relation of his, because he's Italian, obviously, and. I told him about the van and the movie.
Yeah, you got the t-shirt.
He went away and bought the t-shirt, the Fuck Scalacci t-shirt. He's a good lad. He's a really good dude. But so that track done really well, and everything's going really well. I'm really lucky, and here again now, to make connections and move on to the next level.
Absolutely,
keep progressing with this.
Do you kind of feel that energy when you hear, even yesterday we were sitting down, you were going, oh, there's do you feel that kind of potential to meet people here and just get further projects going and stuff 100%. As your first ADE,
it's definitely a big element of being here, the networking side of it, but it's also just to show people that you're genuinely interested in making the next steps. That's what I feel. But then I'm hoping to be exposed to lots of good music as well.
True.
That's going to inspire me, and already within a day I've already written a track yesterday that I was telling you about. So
that's right. Just to let people know the context of that. So we had both got in. You had obviously come from the furthest part of the globe. I come from 2 hours away, and I said, "Do you want to hook up? I'm going to go to bed." You said the next thing about 10 minutes. I said, "I'm making a track, doesn't matter. I'll see you in 10 minutes." So you had the inspiration.
I was inspired because I know I had a set coming up, and I just wanted to have something.
You just went for it.
Yeah.
Good man. It's nice to be able to do that on the road, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the computer I have with me is the computer I use to make music anyway. Brilliant. So I just pop on my headphones and have a crack.
Well, look, what's in the pipeline musically for you then? I know you've a couple of tracks done that are unsigned.
I've got 2 tracks written at the moment, and they're with Sophie Joy, who's the singer from Girls of the Internet. So she's agreed to write on them, and it's work in progress, and potentially I have some stuff coming up with Cody Curry as well. So
that's right. Now, tell me the deal you struck with him, because he's coming over to see you, and this was a clever move.
Yeah, well, he's a good. I met him in the summer and we hung out, and he's a good lad. And he was looking for somewhere to crash when he come to city. He's coming over touring, and I said, yeah, you can stay. He wanted to rent a room, and I said, nah, there's no need. We'll just write some music together, man.
What a deal!
That's the deal.
What a great deal!
We'll see how it goes. I don't want anything from him. If I can help him out with a bed, so that's.
Well, look, if you can make some good music together while he's hanging out as well,
Why not?
And look, you're DJing around the clock, I know, back home in Sydney, and it is summer season for you. So what, when you get back from here, you hitting the ground running as soon as you get home.
Straight away. I think one of the first gigs we have, like I said earlier, was Mark Farina coming to town, and then with the One Hit Agency, they are just kicking goal after goal. So that's Matt Hyrnuk, who's my agent and a really good friend of mine as well. He's one half of the Matoni group. So you've got Matt and Tony Venuto, so two really good DJs, and those guys are doing really good things with Defected as well, and on their own. There's just so much happening. I can't keep tabs on it, but I do know at Boogie, which is the pool club that I kind of have my residency at, I've got David Penn, Natasha Diggs is coming through. I'm pretty sure Melvo's coming out in the new year, and when they come out, I usually get the opportunity to play with them. And if I don't, I'll just come along and dance and listen anyway. You know what I mean? And get to know them. So I'm in a good spot. I'm really lucky that I'm, anything house music that comes to Sydney, I'm in with the right team, and getting exposed to all the right people. So I'm blessed. I'm really lucky. Yeah, really lucky. Man.
Well, it's great to see you doing so well across the other side of the world.
Yeah.
From Cork, flying the flag, not only for house music, obviously, but for us as well back home.
I'd love to come home and throw a few parties once things progress as well down the line, and get all the right people involved, and because if anyone knows how to party, we do at home.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I'd love to come home and do
well,
like
we're not finished partying yet. We have a couple of days left of ADE, so you're heading out tonight. I tell you, you're heading every night. We're heading out tonight. Where are you heading this evening?
There's going to be a Defected mixer. I'm going to pop over to that. I'm pretty sure going to Gordo. He's in the W tonight, and then tomorrow night is Glitterbox. Saturday is Defected all day, and then after that I'm playing Saturday night at Solo Toco. So, and then I'm out Sunday morning back to Sydney, ready for work.
Straight in and straight back out.
Yeah.
You're some man, fair play to you.
Yeah, has to be done. I know. Yeah.
As I say, it's not even like you made one big trip. I was talking to Husky last night, and Husky's, of course, come from Moss as well. And I don't know if he stopped over on the way or whatever, but it's sort of a big enough ordeal. But tough. I mean, you've done this nearly twice in the last 6 months.
Yeah, so. yeah. And I do it again if opportunities present themselves.
Respect.
It's just get yourself on a plane and figure it out. I can sleep when I'm older, when I give it all up. But now I'm just prepared to chase this down, mate, and just keep putting in the work, and make good music and play good music and make people dance and have fun, and do all the positive things that come with this world, because there's enough negative shit out there. The
fact that we were talking about pirate radio back in the day in Cork and Dublin, and you had mobile phones, being able to text in on this line or ringing or whatever. Thank God we live in a different age now, and of course listeners to my show are not only in Ireland, they're in
everywhere,
Australia as well.
I listen to your show,
so many Irish in Australia as well. So if people wanted to catch you out and about and they're hearing this for the first time, going, we're going to go see him play,
just jump on my Instagram.
Okay,
I'm
best
constantly
place.
Posting.
Okay,
so just get me Callyy, 2 L's 2 Y's _music, Callyy music. Can't miss me. Just follow me on my socials, because it's ever evolving. Weekly I'll be posting what I'm up to and where I'm going, and if just reach out to me as well. I'm quite accessible, you know what I mean?
If you want a pair of runners, something like that, sort it out.
I'll get you a good price on them.
Well, listen, fair play for not selling these on. These really have come. I mean, these have transed the globe twice.
Little now you have a box full of rocks.
Yeah. Could be all right. Anyway, I'll take the rocks, never mind. Well, listen, we're going to head off. I want to ask you to pick a record, and we're going to play it, obviously. It can be anything you like. It can be yours, it can be your favourite track, it can be an old Cork track back in the day, it can be anything.
Yeah, I guess it's probably a mix of all them things. I think it'd be my favourite track if I'm ever pushed. It's a hard one to answer, isn't it? What's your favourite track? It depends on what mood or day of the week it is, or who you're playing it to. But I guess there's one track that's always kind of sticks with me. It's a bit of a cult name to it in Cork. It would be called Dr. Bob, right?
Okay,
but
explain that.
It's not Dr. Bob.
Explain that. Why is it called Dr. Bob?
I don't know, right? But I think it's something to do with Bob Jones from London.
Okay.
And I think
Dr. Bob Jones.
Yeah. So I think Dr. Bob maybe broke this record
to
the DJs in the pirate scene, and then they just nicknamed it Dr. Bob. Now I could be wrong, but the song is actually The More I Get, The More I Want. It's the East-West Connection version of that. Then so that came out on Chili Funk way back. But that's probably my number one track, and it's just, you know, the Hearts as Teddy Prendergast vocals on it. It's just an incredible song. So,
Timeless.
yeah, that's timeless, man. Anytime I get a chance to play it, I play it. But you know, you need to deserve to listen to that one.
Okay, well look, we'll certainly play that. I can tell you now, you will be featuring on our final show of the year with Keep Fighting. It's been one of the hugest records of the year for us, so we'll be definitely playing that one on our last show of the year, which is all the best records of the year. Amazing tune, and amazing other music you're bringing out as well.
Really,
of course, the one at Peppermint Jam.
Playing all my music. I think I've had maybe 4 or 5 releases, and you've played all of them in the show, so I really appreciate the support, man.
We'll keep doing it, mate. Well, look, we're going to be running into each other, I'm sure, over the next couple of days.
Sure.
We literally, as we ran each other in the street, I looked up and there you were. You know, so that's ADE in a nutshell. It's like, I'm halfway across town, and I just bumped into you as well. So look, I'll catch you later, and thanks for the chat. It was really interesting to just hear kind of your journey, I guess, you know, somewhere else, because we're all doing this at home, and it's like we all, you know, see each other all the time, but you're just out there doing your thing, and it's amazing, and fair play to you.
Thanks very much.
You're really just smashing it for house music, for Ireland, for yourself, and for good vibes. So well done.
Thank you so much.
And enjoy the rest of the conference. I'm delighted it's your first ADE, and enjoy it. It's great.
Top, man. Thanks so much, and I'm happy to be here, man. And thanks again for all the support and everyone listening, and yourself especially for pushing the music, man. Thank you so much.
Right, Dante Tom, you're walking like John Wayne. But there's a good reason you're walking like John Wayne. Because most of us got a plane here, or, you know, in some cases friends of ours got a train here, or, you know, some people lived here that we know. But you cycled here.
I did.
And you didn't cycle here from your house in Amsterdam across the city. You cycled here from where?
Cycle here from London.
From London?
London, yeah.
Okay. Now, that's not exactly close. All right? Now, there's a good reason why you did this. That's why I know we're kind of half joking. But you were part of this cycle mission from London. Now, I know we want to talk about loads of things, right? But I want to find out about this because you're the only person I know it happened, but you're the only person I'm talking to, you know, that I could find out this information about. So tell us what this was.
I was part of this ADE cycle, which is happening every year, and it's to raise funds for Bridges for Music, which is a school in Cape Town in South Africa, which is a school that basically provides education for young kids from there, for Township Langa. And yeah, we basically, you know, they're expanding their programs as well, after school programs as well, and we just raise funds for them really. And what it does, it also obviously helps them to keep them away from the crime and, you know, all the bad stuff there in the township. So yeah, it was great. It's a great cause, to be honest. Really enjoyed it, and yeah.
I know Mark Knight did it because I saw that on his social media. But was there any other, you know, big names that everybody knows doing it as well, or was it just a mix of everybody?
Yeah, so it was a mix of people from the industry, music industry, and you are right, Mark Knight was there, and other people from Tourum, James Herr, and usually like just people working in the, you know, music companies, Powering DJ, Eventrix, and just different companies really, yeah.
So how long did it take? I mean, when did you leave?
So, do you know what, we left on Sunday morning. It took us 4 days, so 3 nights, like averaging. So basically, it was like 4 days, 150 kilometers in 2 days, and 100 kilometers in 2 days. But yeah, it was, you know, it was a good fun.
And okay, so you said 50 people did this, right? So was it a case of the 50 people went together? Like, did you all stay together the second night, first night, all that? You were all traveling together, right?
So we essentially started like together, or like with, you know, with the different time spent. But like there was like a group of, let's say, 7-8 people around, divided into different groups according to their fitness level. We would start in the morning, 6-7 in the morning, and like maybe finish around, I don't know, 5-6, like with stops as well for lunch and for coffee. But yeah, essentially, you know, there's not much energy left after you finish. You just go, you just get to dinner, take some rest, get some like massage with your massage gun, and try to, you know, recover for next day.
Absolutely.
Well, it felt like a Tour de France, a little bit like a being pro. It was fun, but obviously we weren't that good. But
Tour de ADE, absolutely. Yeah. Well, you know, when I was getting my press pass, I heard everyone cheering, and I could see all the cyclists coming, so I knew what it was. And you were probably in that mix there because it was the first few of them arriving.
Do you know, to be honest, I actually saw you there.
Did you?
I didn't have any time to, you know, it was like there was a lot of things going on. Then I tried to find you, but you were gone already. Oh. But I saw you across, like getting your ticket. Yeah.
Well, there you go. So that was you. Incredible. Well, look, well done. That's a really good achievement, and obviously a really good cause as well. Just please tell me you're not cycling home.
No, that would be too much, I think, at this moment in time, yeah. Taking train, yeah, happy days.
Well, look, our dear friend Lee Wilson kind of connected us. He told me you were going to be at the ADE. You've done tracks Brighter Days, you've done tracks recently, Rooftop Vibes, which we played on our show. And Lee said, Dante Tom's going to be here, you need to hook up and chat. So here we are. It's nice to finally meet you. And how has your ADE been so far?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for supporting our tracks on the show. That's been amazing. Really appreciate it. Yeah, this is my first time ADE as well, so I'm just like,
wow.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
That's really cool. I'll just tell you why that's unusual, because it's a little bit too many now. There's a lot of people this has been their first ADE, and this is my 10th ADE. This is kind of a big deal for me. It's like my 10th show, and I'm remembering, you know, talking to people whose first ADE. I'm like, yeah, I remember being, you know, 10 years ago doing my first ADE. So what's your impression then? What do you think?
It's amazing, to be honest, but at the same token, it's just a lot of things going on, so sometimes it's hard to navigate. But like, yeah, I'm trying to take it easy, like just being here, you know, just exploring the shows, going to conferences, meeting people I've never met in person, but know them for the long time online, and just enjoying myself, not trying to push too much pressure on me. And I was also, to be honest, I was also a bit tired on Thursday after the cycle, so
a bit of a good excuse now, in fairness, you know.
Stayed in bed for an entire day almost. But yeah, I mean, really enjoying it. I think I'm gonna come back next year as well.
And have you made new connections this year? Like, I mean, in regard to being a producer, which you are, have you made new inroads into collaborations, or, you know, with vocalists or remixes or whatever? Has it been helpful for you?
Yeah, 100%. Like I've met some incredible talented people, through people I already knew, and like got their contact, and you said see where it goes. Like, I think it's all about like getting as many contacts as you can, and then just see what's going to happen from there.
100%. Well, you've obviously been partying as well. You have been going to some parties. Where have you been? It's, we're kind of a little over halfway through the conference now. So where have you been in the last few days? Where did you go to?
Yeah, I've been to like a small parties. Like yesterday, for instance. Actually, that's where we met. It wasn't
Right,
like
yes,
in Victoria's Hotel,
exactly,
Vicky's Bar,
yeah.
like seeing Roog and Low Stepper, kind of my vibe of house music really. And before, like I've been to like different places, Bulldog. Meeting some people. Martina Bude, I don't know if you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I got caught up with her as well, like and met some other people. Angelo Ferreri, like I got introduced to Angelo Ferreri through her, and like some other people from from different labels, and so yeah, and still tonight is the night. So probably gonna head to Data Transmission party, birthday party. Also have connection with Data Transmission with me being resident on the radio show. So yeah. That's my plan for tonight, yeah.
Okay, well, you are going home back into production, I guess, and I know you've other stuff coming up with Lee, but you've other stuff as well coming up. So, what projects are you working on then when you go home, musically?
Yeah, I have a few collaborations now that I sort of need to finish. It's been on my hard drive for a while, so yeah, it's always time to work on new music. Really, there's never enough time. But yeah, I have some music like coming out next year with Lee as well, and some other collaborations. You
mentioned it just in passing there. You do stuff for the radio as well. So where can people hear that?
Oh yeah, so I have my own.
Right?
Yeah, I have my own radio show. It's called Dante Tom's Cooking Pot. It's essentially sort of made around the analogy around food. Because Dante.
Wait a minute, what?
Around food, like basically, so because I'm Dante, so he's like sort of al dente kind of vibe.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I know it's been weird, isn't it? But like Dante Tom's Cooking Pot, essentially, like I'm like a cooking like a tracks like in this cooking pot.
It gives a whole new meaning to in the mix.
Yes, essentially, I have like a whole menu of tracks divided into like different parts of the course.
Starter and main.
Exactly. Antipasti. So yeah, that's why I'm sort of like trying to develop this concept around. Also with my new record label that I'm planning to launch next year. It's running every month on Data Transmission Radio every third Friday from 2 p.m. CET. So that's 1 p.m. UK Irish time. So yeah, check it out. Obviously.
Absolutely, we will. Now, before we let you go onto your night of ADE. You just told me you lived in Galway for 2 years.
Oh yeah, I was.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I moved there. It was 7, 8, 9 years ago. It's quite some time ago. I moved there for work, really, and stayed there for 2 years. I moved there from Greece. It was quite shocking to move from Greece to Galway in terms of weather. But to be honest, I really enjoy my time there. Met some amazing people there. Irish people are extremely friendly. It's super nice time there, and yeah, haven't been to Ireland back since, but definitely need to go back for some sort of vacation or something.
But you're now living in where?
Now I live in Berlin. Yeah, Berlin, Germany.
Which is just like a bigger Galway, really, when you think about
essentially,
it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, listen, great to catch up with you, Dante Tom. It's good to know that your music is still being enjoyed in Galway on the radio, because we go out in Galway, of course, we go all over the country. So good to have your music on Irish radio, and good to have you talking to us on Irish radio tonight. Well done on the cycling and genuine. I know we're having a bit of laugh about it, but great achievements and good job. Well done.
Thanks.
And look, congratulations on your first ADE. I hope you sounds like you're having a great time, and I hope you'll be back next year. Just get the plane next year, maybe, yeah?
Do you know what? Next year they're actually planning to do a route from Berlin to Amsterdam, so I might actually do the same thing. ADE
is that technically shorter?
No, it's actually longer. I think it's more like 200 kilometers longer, so maybe I need to get in one more day. But yeah, it hasn't been confirmed, but I think it's gonna happen. So
well, look, you obviously finished in the top 7, so you'll be right up the front next year.
100%. No, thanks for having me. It was great chatting to you, and yeah, looking forward to listening to more of your show on RTE.
I'm making my way down to my first ever, it's hard to believe this, my first ever seminar here at the ADE. I've never done one of these. There's workshops on here all the time. Any ADE. Bumper to bumper workshops, seminars, all different things you can attend. You just have to meet your friends and have a chat, which is great too, of course. But I'm going to this one, and I'll tell you why I'm going to this one, because I want to track down and talk to and hope Barbara Tucker and Louis Vega will be there. A couple of other vocalists will be there, who I'm not sure who else will be there. But I know Louis and Barbara will be there. Joe B should be there too. Nice to catch up with him. But they're going to be talking about a very special record you know and I know, and this is what it is.
Hi everyone, my name is Barbara Tucker. Doing house music 38 years and not tired. I'm just excited to be here to speak and not sing for once. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my name is Louis Vega. I am one half of Masters at Work, New York and Soul, Vega Records, MAW Records, and really happy to be here and share some of my knowledge and help in any way that I can.
I think from our perspective, it's such an enduring record, and we're celebrating 30 years of Hard Drive Deep Inside. And I think for me, as an artist, as a vocalist, the track speaks to so many of us, and I just wonder how your collaboration came about and how you have continued to work together.
Deep inside, deep down inside, 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 deep inside.
Barbara Tucker, can I just give you the biggest hug first of all, please? Amazing to finally see you. We met at ADE about 5-6 years ago, and we got a quick photograph. And since you know, I owe you so many hugs because you've bigged up my radio show, you've watched my radio show, you've listened to my radio show, and you've been part of it musically forever. Wow. So thank you so much, first of all, for that.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
You get all those vocal house artists up in there. And that's why I stopped, because you support artists. You support vocal house. Keep going. Thank you. We thank you.
But to see some mad Irish guy just, bopping away in your Facebook feed must be disturbing. But thank you so much for that.
It's okay.
Well, look, inadvertently, you actually are the first person I've ever seen. I've been ADing for 10 years, and I've never gone to a workshop or a talk or anything, and this is the first one. And you nearly had me in tears. You were in tears. Everyone was in tears at it. But I want to get to the story behind Deep Inside in a little bit, because that's what we heard. But just tell everybody what you were here speaking about, first of all.
Well, the panel was about the relationship between producers and artists. It was narrated by Natalie from the group, the House Gospel Choir out of England. So they wanted to know how Louis Vega and I came together, how beautiful people came together. So we told the story of how before we went into production, my partner Don Welch of the Underground Network, he was also a Billboard reporter. He had relations meeting with Louis. They were friends. I didn't know Louis. And then one day, while I was coming into the party, he was going out. I wasn't even there for my own party because I'm busy choreographing or dancing or doing work. He was DJing, leaving the party. I was coming in from doing the video with Mass Order. Lift every voice and sing. So I was one of the dancers in the video. And so one of my workers, her name was Shanawa, God rest her soul, she said, "Oh, Louis, this is my other boss, Barbara Tucker, and she's a singer." And so we met right there as he was exiting. Next thing I know, long story short, my partner says, "We need a resident DJ. We're moving locations." So we moved to another location, and we wanted a resident DJ, not this time to switch up every Wednesday of having a DJ. There we had Camacho, we had DJ Paradise, Frankie Knuckles, David Morales. Every Wednesday there would be a different DJ, and it worked. And that's also a good way to build your brand. Because when you build your brand, then people know the Underground Network is doing this, but they always have an awesome DJ like that. And so what happens is, as we opened the door for him to be the resident DJ, he remembered that conversation, invited me into the studio to ad-lib on a track to see where my voice was, and then he liked what he heard, and next thing I know, me and La India and Lim Springsteen, we wrote a track. We have a track for you. They initially wrote the track. It was called Beautiful People, and I just added a third verse because I added the answer. I just felt like there was something, how could you be beautiful people? That's how I write. When I write, there's the beginning, there's the situation, but then there's the answer in the song, how you can be of that betterment, that better person or so. And so what happens is, in the ad-lib, I red and black, all we need is love. So I do things in my ad-lib. And Louis took the Deep Inside, All We Need, and put it on a track that he was working with Eric Murillo in Eric Murillo's studio. And then he put that out first before he put Beautiful People, in which it came from. He took the ad-lib from that to create its own song. Deep Inside, All We Need is Love.
And that's 30 years old this year.
Yes.
30 years old. Now,
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary! Well,
Strictly Rhythm, Louis Vega,
it ties
Barbara
in.
Tucker, and all the great, awesome background singers, and Lim Springsteen.
You mentioned a couple of the background singers and Beautiful People.
Yes.
It's kind of a who's who.
Yes, it was. When I walked in that studio and I saw Byron Stingley and Kenny Bobby and Eddie Stockley, Earl Bennett, Karen Bernard, Connie Harvey, Carol Sylvan, Joey Caldwell, and India? I was like, oh, okay. We had the first and only all-star background session.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is unreal. And 30 years ago, to think it's 30 years ago. My goodness. I remember talking to Gladys Pizarro, must be 4 years ago at ADE, and I just doorstepped her and said, "Strictly Rhythm, give me your best memory." And she said, "Deep Inside." When Louis came in with Deep Inside, I signed that immediately. You know, just to think now it's 30 years old.
Yeah.
You know, it's such an iconic record. And so is Beautiful People. Two records out of the same,
Yes.
you know, pond, really.
Yes.
Amazing.
I'm honored to be chosen by the Most High to be able to do house music.
Not only are you doing house music 30 years ago, you're still doing a B crew.
Oh, yes.
What is going on with that?
What would I do?
Listen, I keep trying. Huge for us, the radio, only a couple of weeks ago. Grace, huge for us.
Grace.
Just got a brand new Danny Krivit, sort of number one at the moment as we're talking,
Yes,
I think,
it
as
is.
far
It
as I
is
know.
number one. We thank Danny Krivitz for his ear and his sound and his feeling that he put into that. Big shout out to the B crew, Dawn Tallman and Charlotte Small, and we thank even Mitch for her background, for her work in the B crew works as well.
Now, you're doing some B crew action tonight. You're down at Georgie Porgy's party
Well,
tonight,
we're
I
gonna be
think.
there. Unfortunately, the ladies had prior engagement, but I will represent.
You will be there.
I might have to just jump from side to side and sing each person's part. Hey,
Well able for it.
That's what we.
Well able for it. Well, look, that's amazing, and it's just so amazing to meet you. It's so amazing that you
In person.
in person, absolutely, and just that, you know, the support you've given us on the radio. It's just been phenomenal, and thank you so
keep
much.
on rocking.
I will. Listen.
We all thank you. We all thank you.
That's
I'm standing for
incredible.
all the vocalists who don't know you, but you are playing their songs. Everybody needs everybody.
Well, look, it's amazing to still see you doing your thing at this level, just blasting out 30
38
years later. 38 years,
yeah,
absolutely,
in
wow.
dance.
Well, look,
From Set It Off, on the left, on the right.
and what are you doing for the rest of the conference? And are you here till Sunday?
I'm going to be down with Georgie's event tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
And I'm just going to just smooth a little with some awesome people here. And then tomorrow morning, I'll be on my way home.
Oh, you're going home tomorrow?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, look, I'm really glad we got to talk because I would have said, I'll try and catch up with Barbara on Friday, and you would have been gone.
Yeah.
So it was amazing to hear that story today. Really interesting stuff and really good insight into how vocalists are affected in the music industry and
yes.
the business side of things and all amazing stuff. And I've never done one of these, so I'm a bit late to the party, but as well we're doing.
This is awesome. Next year, you should do a panel.
Well, if they'd ask me, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they're not going to ask you. You have to just come, and you have to say, I'd like to do something.
Barbara sent me.
That's how you do. Barbara sent you. But I want to also give a big shout out to the B-Star Music
Yes.
staff here.
Yep.
We have our label manager, Joe B. Berinato.
What a legend.
Come on now. He's
What a
a
legend.
legend in himself. You know, he works with Crystal and David Anthony, but he's worked with King Street. He has the knowledge, he has the history, and he has the passion. And I want to thank, even though he has his own company, At Work Entertainment, big shout out to them. They always stand for artists, for definitely, I'm going to make us, wait, let me do a song for James. James Germany is his name. Our executive producer for the B Crew EP. Also, he assists me with the B-Star music. And he just gets in where he can get in, meaning, what do you need? He's always the what do you need guy. So we need people in our corner to make it happen, or else I would just be going in circles, hitting a wall, saying, I want a label, I want a label, I want a label, and I don't know what to do. So that's why you must have a team. And I give God the praise for both of them for all they do with the B-Star Music Group.
Amazing. We'll keep that amazing music coming. I know there was talks of Grammys and everything. This is like huge. So
hey, we try to do. We're doing. Hey, look at him backing it up. Look at him. I saw him. He was dropping it like it was hot. I just never saw that. We in Amsterdam, right?
Thanks so much again for even chatting to us today. Safe travels onwards. I'm going to try and get down tonight to hear you do all those vocal parts of the B Crew in one go.
Maybe I'll do one song.
Lovely to see you. Lovely to talk to you.
All right.
And we'll see you later on. Please go.
Okay, peace.
Now, one of our favourite friends in the entire world, Joe B, back with us on the ADE special. But we have a very special arrangement, Joe. We're swapping shirts like footballers. It's the first thing we have to do. You've been carrying this shirt around for about 4 hours on your shoulder, and I said at least when we're on mic we have to do it. Here's your Digital Groove ADE shirt, 10th anniversary edition. You're one of only 40 people who ordered one, and it's yours. There you go. And you got in at the last second as well.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I'm going to put it on right now. Congratulations, by the way. That is a feat that is far beyond what normal radio shows can last that long. It's an amazing thing. And
well,
your
10 years
contribution
here
to
at the ADE, and you've been on most of them.
Yeah.
You've been on most of the shows every year, which
I love
is amazing.
it. I love it.
Well, you've been carrying around this. You have this this T-shirt sort of not rolled up in a ball, but kind of concealed.
Concealed.
And
Yes.
I don't even know what's on it.
Well,
so let's have a look.
Okay, so I do my pitch control thing,
Yes, of
which
course.
is promo and stuff. But this is a little side project that I want to create like this brand for, and it's called Househeads NYC.
Look at
and
that.
It's the kind of ubiquitous logo that kind of it
Yes,
started
indeed.
off as like a little record shop on Discogs.
It's almost like Louis Vega meets Kenny Dope meets meets Armin van Helden.
Yeah. So that's
Wow.
for you, and I'm hoping that it fits well.
Thank you
It
so
should.
much. It's probably shrunk in the last 4 hours.
You're one of three. By
One
the
of
way.
three.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
yeah.
that tops my one of 40. Well, thank you so much. That's
my
the
pleasure,
big
man.
moment. That is the big moment.
The big handoff.
But look, you guys out there listening to the show, tonight, if you listen regularly to the show, we get a lot of Turbo exclusive. We're very lucky to get a lot of exclusive records. This gentleman here, Joe B, provides us with an awful lot of that amazing music way ahead of time. Joe, thank you so much for sending all that amazing music, including the very recent B-Star tune, which is doing huge things for us, amongst all the many other things. So thank you so much, first of all.
Oh my God, you've been an incredible supporter, and I know that I have people like you in mind whenever I hear this kind of tracks and the promos come in. I'm like, this is the kind of thing like someone like Niall is going to support, because you support really, really good quality music, and your show time and time again has proven that you only play the top house tracks. Absolutely. So kudos to you.
No, thank you so much. And you technically dragged me to my very first ADE workshop.
Yeah.
I've never done any of the conferencey stuff. I've only ever, gone to the parties and chatted to people on the street. I've never done any of in 10 years. Would you believe that?
Wow.
And you dragged me down to this, and it was incredible. Just so people know, we're here at the, it's supposed to be a vocalist and production workshop. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there was a bunch of vocalists, and Barbara was on it, and Louis, telling the story of how he came to meet Kenny Dope and Masters at Work, and the history of that was just pretty much unbelievable. I could hear it all the time, and just know that it had such an influence on modern day dance music. Is incredible.
You had a little tear in your eye.
I did. I choked up a little. I was a little verklempt. I just couldn't, I just couldn't help myself. Especially also what Barbara was saying about, what joy brings when she's kind of coming out of an out-of-body experience to sing the way she does. And it's really hard for a singer to kind of look objectively when they're singing, because they're coming, from a pure place, and she sings from the heart, as we all know. She's all about the spiritual. She's, she'll put you in a good mood no matter what.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, I got two big hugs off her, actually.
Yeah.
So, listen, you don't need to tell me.
Right on.
We were partying last night.
Yes.
We were down at Todd Terry's party Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
It was absolutely rammed.
It was massive.
I mean, me and you get here early, but a lot of people don't even come till Friday, and it was absolutely rammed. Huge.
Yeah, it was great, and there was no door drama. Fillip Damien did his thing. It was really wonderful to see all the kind of house heads come in for Todd, too.
Almost reminiscent of the kind of track source meet and greet kind of element.
Yes,
Everyone was
yes,
there.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very cool.
I want to get to your panel, because you're doing a panel as well. So we'll get that in a second. But tonight, we were talking to Barbara about it. Tonight, you are probably going to be at Georgie Porgy, I would imagine, with the B crew. That's a definite for you. But anywhere else you're going to kind of float about to?
Well, Louis is doing a boat party with DJ Sneak. At some point, and then have stuff in the calendar that I need to kind of look at. There's a couple of industry mixers for Sony that I wanted to go check out, but mainly the boat party, and then see where it goes from there.
So you're going to be sailing out on the canals?
Sailing out on the canals, yeah. Just completely
at the mercy of Sneak and Louis
exactly.
Vega.
So that should be interesting.
Now, we mentioned you are doing a panel yourself, and you're saying this is the first time you've been a speaker at the ADE.
At ADE, yes. This is my debut panel speaking. I've been wanting to do it for so long. I've spoken on panels before, at Winter Music Conference and the CMJ in New York. But this is the first time at ADE, and I'm trying to pace myself so I don't show up being you people party. But, I don't want to show up like that. I want to be so I'm trying to pace myself and trying to be as, coming best form possible.
Well, someone of
music and brands.
Someone of your experience, someone of your, longevity in the industry. I mean, you're going to impart obviously some amazing knowledge. But what are you speaking on?
It's music and branding. So basically, it's connecting how music influences brands and vice versa. So your brand is your identity, right? And so there is your professional brand and then your personal brand. But as a DJ, you're kind of both. So you have to look at it from both perspectives. And your brand in the way that is your identity, the way you convey the brand is just as important as the brand itself. Because if you misalign it, then it doesn't really work. It's got to be aligned with something that is personally your part of your vision. So it can't be like nuts and gum together at last. It can't be that. It has to be, it has to be really like, it has to fit the brand. So it's really, really, really important to convey the message as opposed to establishing it as well. So that's going to be your level of expertise. Yes. Your angle. Well, that's happening Saturday, is that right? Yeah, that's Saturday at 2:00.
Well, I may just go down to that too. Now that I'm a seasoned ADE, attendee at these workshops and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I'm raging. I missed these things, in the last 9 years. But look, I got here in the 10th anniversary.
You did. It was perfect. It was great timing.
Great timing indeed. Well, look, you're here till Sunday, I take it. Are you on Monday? Probably?
Yeah, I'm leaving Monday morning, and after the panel Saturday night, it's going to be on.
You're letting the hair down. You're going all out.
I'm let my hair down.
Do you know where you're going? I mean, I know you have a big list of things to go to.
There's a few things happening. Again, I have to look at the schedule, but I'm gonna really enjoy and not have to really be concerned with being presentable.
Absolutely. Well, look, we will make sure we're there for that. Thank you so much for the shirt. I'm going to wear this on the radio. Of course, I'm going to wear this on the radio. So you're going to see this on the Digital Groove in the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much. I will wear it with pride, and it's amazing. And one of 3 incredible stuff.
Yeah. I only made a few because we're just kind of testing the waters right now. So,
okay. What about it? Wow, thank you so much. Well, Joe, great to see you. It's always great to hang out and see you, and
really
great to
cool
talk to you.
man.
And
Absolutely.
Thanks for all your help with our radio show and the music.
Absolutely.
And look, we'll be partying later, so we shall catch up with you then.
We shall. We'll have some drinks.
The world's biggest electronic music conference, the Digital Groove, does ADE.
Now, a good few Irish at this year's ADE, isn't that great? Whether they're living in Australia or whether they're coming from here like I did. We're going to talk to Tiago from Session TV. He's doing something similar to me here, but he's using a video recorder as well, which I didn't do. Anyway, let's go and have a chat to Dan and see what he's up to. Of course, 10 years of ADE for me, but I'm aware that actually it's been a few people's first ADEs, and I remember my first ADE because I remember thinking to myself, I'm never missing this again. And Tiago from Dublin, from Session On, is with me over for your first ADE, and you pretty much said exactly the same thing I said. You're never missing this again.
I'm here 28 hours, I think now, and I think I've wrote in my mates group chat about 10 times we need to come to ADE.
Absolutely.
It's incredible. I've just done a Session TV with an interview with Barbara Tucker. I feel like I'm in a
Where would you get it?
I feel like I'm in a simulation.
Where would you
here
get
or
it?
something.
It's
mad. It's there's so much going on. You walk down the street, you just see a DJ in a shop. Obviously, the nightlife is the nightlife. There's events everywhere. I haven't started partying yet. I'm going to party the weekend, doing a bit of networking throughout the week. So I'm kind of getting the best of both worlds. It's incredible.
Well, you just mentioned there you are doing some work here, pretty similar to me, really, but you're doing it with some video content. And just tell everyone listening what Session On is about, because it's really based around Dublin a lot of the times, isn't it? So just tell everyone what that's about, first of all.
So Session On, or Session as we call it, is a collective of lads. We run gigs. We're DJs. We love house music and techno. That's Session On. We started this new thing called Session TV, where we're going around just asking people in Dublin mainly about nightlife and what we can improve, what they like. Some random questions. Do you prefer house music or techno? What's the weirdest thing you've seen at festival season? It's now come to ADE. It wasn't supposed to come to ADE. I just decided last minute.
You took it on the road. You took it international.
Why not? Let's have a tripod. I have everything.
Absolutely.
And now I'm just asking people over here, what do you think we can do to improve our scene? It kind of just started as an idea to grow the brand itself. It's now turned into a thing where, people are engaging with the content online, sparking more conversation about the Irish nightlife scene. We're not starting something because Give Us the Night have done it. I was going to
say, you can actually go to the government with a list of solutions now.
Yeah.
Here's what people are saying.
But, we haven't started the movement. Give Us the Night have been doing incredible work. We're just looking to support it now in any way we can, And it's just, I'm learning things as I'm going along. I'm meeting so many people with it. As I said to you, I just sat with Barbara Tucker. Done an interview it's mental. It is.
Yeah, and just like it's normal. It's like here's Barbara Tucker.
She just strolls in and it's like, hey, you want to do an interview? I'm like, yes.
Fabulous stuff, man. It's brilliant.
So I'm not a professional. I'm just a DJ with a microphone going around asking people.
So you're looking at your brother here. I'm just a DJ with a microphone as well. But see, the thing about here is you're getting everybody in one place. Mm-hmm. Literally, it's just a collective of everybody here at the same time.
That's it. The only thing that hasn't happened so far is I haven't walked down the street and seen someone that I know, like a famous DJ. I'm only, it's, as I said,
28 hours? 28 hours?
That's what I was about to say. I'm only here between 26 and 28 hours. So, yeah, it's incredible. I tried to get into party last night. There was a party on a record shop down the road, packed.
Oh, you did Rush Hour?
Was it Rush Hour?
That was Rush Hour. That was Louis Vega at Rush Hour on Wednesday night.
I just missed Louis Vega here. Well, I got the last 10 minutes or so. But it's just, yeah, it's incredible. There's stuff going on everywhere. I don't know where to go next. Again, I'm an ADE baby. I'm not an unexperienced campaigner, so I'm winging it at the minute. But
to be honest, I think most of us wing it anyway. There's an element of going somewhere for a while and then going somewhere else for a while and then going back to where you were and then going somewhere else for a while. It's just too hard. There's so many things on at once. And that's the problem,
it's all like-minded people gathered together. Everyone is kind of fighting for the same cause. We all love dance music. It's literally the thing that brought us all together. Like, you don't even have to go out partying hard. You can go out, like, I've had 2 pints since I got here. Do you know what I mean? I had a great time last night. Seeing yourself play, smashed it. Todd Terry was on after, and then I was just walking around. There's just parties everywhere. Everyone's just buzzing. I was on the metro, and someone's talking about dance music. Like, it's great. It is. It's like it's the hub. It's well, I described it earlier on to one of my mates as Disneyland for DJs. The week of ADE.
Pretty good description. Pretty good description. You know, absolutely. And that's the thing, and it's only just getting going now. I mean, we're hitting second day today into Thursday night. Things are only ramping up. Tonight's a big night for a lot of events. Are you going to go to anything tonight? Have you anything on your radar?
Nothing planned yet. I'm solo travelling until Friday. My girlfriend's coming over Friday night. We might go to East End Dubs parties. I think it's in Chicago Social Club. And then Saturday I have tickets to Awakenings in the Ziggadome. Undecided whether to sell them on Ticket Swap or to just bite the bullet and go. Sunday, Ketam is playing at a free party. That's a possibility. But again, what I've noticed since I got here, you kind of just go somewhere and someone suggests going somewhere else, and then you just go with the crowd, and then you're somewhere, and then someone famous just appears and just jumps on the decks.
Yep. It's an open plan, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, I have nothing planned for tonight. I don't know where the wind's going to take me. I'm just going to go.
Well, you're getting some content though as well, aren't you? So before herself arrives over, you're going to be doing another few videos, I guess, and interviews with people.
Yeah.
Well, what are people saying in Dublin about the club scene then? What's the biggest sort of theme that's running through them?
Opening hours.
Okay. Which is changing, apparently.
You know what?
Apparently.
Allegedly it's supposed to be changed, but they keep pushing it back and back to when it's actually going to be
2030.
implemented. But again, I think with the opening hours as well, a lot of it's the infrastructure around it. Like, our city is not really set up for it, I don't think. Like, look at the saga with taxis. Trying to get a taxi out of Dublin City is a nightmare.
And
expensive. But then again, you could flip that and say, well, if the opening hours were extended, like, people would be leaving at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or whatever time they close at, and instead of having this rigid 10 to 2:30, and you're like, okay, I need to go out between 10 and 11 and I need to leave at the same time, you wouldn't have this influx of people on O'Connell Street killing each other trying to get in a taxi. So yeah, and another thing, like, I was just speaking to Barbara, this is what I'm saying, like, I'm constantly learning as I'm going along. I'm just a DJ with a microphone. It was actually Barbara Tucker who suggested, why is it about opening hours? Why is it not, like, more spaces? And, like, you know, it's 2 o'clock in the day, why not have a DJ just in a space like this? Like, there's a car here, you know, it's like a coffee shop over there, there's a seminar over here, why not have a DJ in a space like this? It's not always about nightlife, nightclubs, warehouses and raves and late night stuff. You know, the scene can be cultivated and grow during the day, you know, so you should be, her argument is, and check it out on Session TV, by the way.
Yes, actually, give the handle there.
So Session_on, SESHIN_on Instagram, and then Session_TV on TikTok. But yeah, Barbara was saying it's not always about, you know, late night opening, it's about the spaces and where this can grow naturally. And by having these spaces during the day, more spaces, art galleries, whatever it may be, the scene will grow and it'll cultivate from there.
Listen, it's lovely to talk to ourselves, like to us guys coming from Dublin or Ireland, or even in the case of Callyy, who we talked to on the show, coming from Australia, but he's Irish, you know, so it's nice to see sort of us guys doing our thing at ADE as well. Great to hang out for a little bit as well. You were down at the party last night, which is brilliant to see you there. Thanks so much for coming down. You know, because you had a lot of options. You were heading off to Dodds area and everything. Thanks for coming down to see me for a little bit.
I know.
So that was cool. So it's great to just hang out and even come to this today and sort of just experience this side of ADE is brilliant. So no doubt we will run into each other anyway over the next 48, 50, 60, 70 hours here in Amsterdam. But thanks for taking time to chat to us. It's interesting to get your take on it, because I know we're doing kind of something content-wise. Similar. You know. Similar. So it's kind of, you know, I remember my first ADE 10 years ago, and I was exactly the same. I was like, oh my God, everybody's here.
I'm running around like a child in a play store.
Yeah,
like, I don't know where to look. Like, do you know what I mean? It's DJ Paradise, or if you're a producer. Like, yesterday I was at a producer meet-up. Shout out to Camille Damon from Lessons and Live. I'm in his producer group, and it's just like loads of people just in like an art gallery talking about tunes and production, and there's someone that has a set of decks in a corner with a Function 1 sound system, and everyone's just banging out house music. It's great.
It's mad to think when I was sort of playing about 10, 15 years ago. The Miami Music Conference was the big thing, the Winter Music Conference, and like that was a pipe dream. You'd never get to that from. You'd spend $5,000 getting that from. I think this is 2 hours
It's on
away.
your doorstep.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's 2 hours
an
away.
hour and a half
150
on a
flight, man. If even that, if you're lucky, you get it for £100.
I know going back that I'll have it booked for next year already. Do you know, I've got the bug now. I'm done for.
Well, it's great to catch up with you. We'll see you out there later on, and
yes.
best
Thank
luck with the content yourself. We'll have a look at it. Give the channel on TikTok and Instagram a plug in.
So session_on Instagram. That's SESHIN, and then session spelled the same way _TV on TikTok. And we also run gigs around the city. We DJ, so if you're into house music or techno, give us a nod. Or if you're outside Index or any of the clubs and you see me, pop up and say hi and we'll have a chat.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Get on Session TV yourself. This is great to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Noel.
It's always a big party for us here at the ADE. That, of course, is the Phoenix Music Party, our dear friend Andy Reid's label. And indeed, his party here at the ADE is pretty much legendary at this stage. He's got a bumper to bumper. We announced it on the radio a couple of weeks ago when we were telling you about what was happening at the ADE this year. He's got a bumper to bumper lineup. It really is absolutely huge. God knows who else we'll get down here. Let's try and chat with a few people. Well, let's chat to Andy first. So we're heading down there to talk to label boss and Phoenix music legend, Mr. Andy Reid, all the way from Toronto, right here at ADE 2023. An absolute institution of our ADE show. It is in fine voice again. We were in fine voice last year as well, Andy Reid.
I don't know about last year fine voice, but this is getting closer to my real voice.
Exactly, yeah.
So eventually, if we keep going, eventually people will actually know what I sound like.
We'll have to do like competition. Which is the real Andy Reid voice? We'll play different ones.
Play different clips from over the last 7 years.
Compilation. Anyway, great to see you again, as always. Of course it is.
Great to see you as well. One of my favorite people to run into.
Likewise. And we even ran into each other yesterday. We were
as always. Like once you know someone here, and then once you see them once, then you just don't unsee them for the rest of the time.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a spectre.
Like a stalker. Yeah, it's just following you constantly, even though you're not. But it's just like you can't unsee them.
Well, I deliberately decided to call you now. I know we normally call you a little bit later in the ADE shows, but your party is literally starting at the moment. It's about an hour in.
Yes, just starting, just underway. HP Events and Lady Deep kicking it off, and exciting. Another great lineup with all our great artists.
Name drop the lineup, but we may as well get to that straight away.
Okay, hang on. Now there's pressure
not
to forget anyone. All right, so HP Events, DJ Lady Deep, Vincent Cara, T. Markakis, Auntie Perry, Juliet Sikora, Dirty Secrets, Seb Jr., myself, Rug from Heart Soul, Hatiris, Matija Nomic, Pear QX, Auntie Perry.
That's a huge lineup, isn't it?
Auntie Perry. It's like Dwayne Motley. Jesus,
Dwayne Motley,
Dwayne's going to kill me.
Listen, you did really well.
I was really good at 13 out of 14. Not
Listen,
bad.
how you remember that on the spot, literally with no prompt and fair play to you. That's a lot of people. That's a huge lineup.
That's because it's 7 o'clock, not
exactly
10 p.m. or whatever, or 2 a.m.
Well, listen, you were confessing me. This has been amazing every year, but you're still a little bit nervous.
Always.
Why?
Because when you do parties, you know what it is. And also, like here, there's 6,000 things going on all at the same time, all equally amazing. There's 5 things I would go to right now, and it's you can't be everywhere all the time. But that's part for the course. It's part of ADE. It's part of the thing. So it's fortunate enough. We got such a great crew. All our guys come and support, and all of our friends and colleagues, and we get a lot of love. And I feel very humbled and very fortunate that that's the case. And but a little too that's a pretty good lineup.
It's an immense
if you
lineup.
like house music, and obviously that's 75% of the music you play on your show, or
absolutely
by all those people.
You're naming the playlist to the show at that
exactly.
stage. You know what I mean?
It's a track list for the week.
Absolutely, but the thing is, you're also in probably the hotbed of house music, which is the Hoxton. I mean, this is the place where everyone's hanging out anyway.
Yeah,
you're just
it's not bad. The nice place to be. We got all the big wigs and all the people, but it's good because it's kind of become the de facto house hub for Amsterdam. And and we consider ourselves one of a big part of the community, and the artists that we deal with are all big parts of the community, and it's really nice to kind of have our signature showcase and have everyone come and the music's going to be incredible today, as always. And I think you're going to be in a room full of people that you love and you want to be with. So like, I mean, all from all over the world. How can you go wrong?
It's a win-win.
Come on.
I look at the likes of the W Hotel and places we would have gone to last year, and they're not doing house events at all. So this has been consistently housey stuff here. And I mean, great you have your party on again here. You know, it's
And big shout out to Lady Deep. She's actually the talent booker for Hoxton, and she's been behind us from day one and been a major reason why we've been able to do this. You know, now our fourth year doing it here, and it's just getting better and better every time, and we're really appreciative of the hospitality and everything that goes to having us here. So,
well, last year we were talking about sort of the growth of Phoenix music and all the associated labels with it, and how sort of things had been moving really nicely along, profile wise, music wise, release wise and stuff. A year later, where are we at now?
Same path.
That's great.
Same path.
That's great.
You know, but that's not a bad thing. It's like I always say, like, how are you doing? Well, I'm here, so that's good. It's like anything else. This business is really challenging and really hard, and it's like what I was saying to a lot of guys this year is like, well, if we're gonna go through it and try to make the most of it, you might as well do it with people you actually like. I mean, there's always a given. Like, there's a talent level that's kind of, it's just that's how you're at a certain level to be with us. That's just how it is. But then it's like everyone that's also with us is people you actually just want to be with, and you want to root for them, and you want them to win as you win. And I'm a big believer in, like, the rising tide lifts all boats, or however that saying works. And we've kind of surrounded ourselves with a bunch of guys that feel the same way. So we all, even when we're doing projects not directly together, we're always supporting, charting, liking on social media, playing, track listing, bigging up our friends that do amazing stuff. Because it's not just about the 1, 2, 3 tracks they do a year with us. It's about everybody lifting each other up, and that makes us all be able to succeed but more. So
it's interesting that you mentioned sort of some of the collabs, or even working with each other, because one big collab that we've played, and I even played it last night in my set, is of course the Love Sensation. Amazing. That's one of our biggest tracks this year.
Thank you. That was a weird one that came about. Kev Cannon, who is an amazing DJ in Newcastle, did a bootleg of it that was just absolute fire, and had sent it through to me and a few other people, and I was just blown away. I was like, I know it's been done 1,000 times.
I wanted to hate it, that? I really did. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I was like, it's going to be Love Sensation. And then when I heard it, I went, oh, wait.
And I felt the same way. I was like, oh yeah, I have like 6 versions of this that are all great, but I hadn't heard it done like that. And, and then I'm very fortunate to be friends with Simone Denny, who's a legend, Canadian diva, vocal, superstar, which has come back into the charts, and she's amazing. And her longtime vocal producer is actually one of my best friends and my studio partner. So when we heard it, we were just like, hey, Simone, do you want to do this? Because she's one of the few people in the world that can actually pull that off.
Yeah, which there wouldn't be many of.
No, that list is very short, but she's one of them. And so I reached out to Kev and said, hey, would you mind, would you want to do this legitimately? And we'll get Simone to do the vocal. And he was like through the roof, and we were just like, okay, let's make it happen. It took a while to get everyone together and all that, and to work on it, but it was the wait paid off, because I'm really pleased with the end result, and I'm really happy with how we put it together. And Simone, she crushed it. Like, she just amazing. So,
well, look, a lot of huge tracks on Phoenix this year, but that's one of my biggest tunes of the year for
Thank you.
sure. And I said I played it last night. The place went crazy as well.
Yes,
It's just every time it's instant.
Yeah.
And I did want to. I don't mean hate. That's probably a bad way to
No,
put it.
no,
but
it's just-
I kind of went, oh, not this, and then went, oh, wait.
It's one of those things where you might have a little bit of reservation, because it's like, yeah, it's been done a lot, but it hasn't been done like this.
No, absolutely.
And full marks to Kevin, because the groove is his. And James Bradshaw and I just did the vocal production to get it as close to Lolietta and the vibe of Lolietta as possible, and then fused it together in the end product. But the beat and the groove, which was so killer and hooked me from the end, was all Kev's, and it was fire. So it was just like, I'm really happy we were able to do it in a real way than just live in Bandcamp or whatever. Like, it always feels better to be able to do those records properly, whether it's getting someone to do a proper cover or to get the license and do the track legitimately, rather than just do a rip and
hope for the best.
Does better, yeah, exactly.
Well, look, you've been flying around. I know. As I said, we were chatting yesterday. We actually stopped for a quick, get together and a little old drink.
Yes.
But you have been having meetings and stuff. How busy has ADE been for you this year?
It's always busy, but for me now, a lot of it is just, I schedule meetings, but it's really just organized hangouts.
Okay. Just slots for getting together.
Yeah, well, one of those things like, we're all over the world, and it's so rare that everyone is together all in one spot. And it's like I want to make sure that I get to sit down face to face with everyone, make sure we have time, not in a club, not if we've had a few too many drinks or, it's late in the hour, you can't even hear each other talk. Make sure we have a civilized conversation and actually get to spend some quality time. Like I said, we've really built a community of people that we actually like being around each other. So it's taking that thing and just making sure that because everyone gets busy. A lot of the guys a lot of our artists are really big artists. They're playing 3-4 shows. And
yeah.
Our guys are coming in and then they got to go out to an international gig on the Friday, Saturday. And it's just so we just make sure that we have a time to just sit down and be like, hi. How are you?
Well, I tell you, it's certainly like that inside, just at the Phoenix party. So I mean, this is only the start of it. There's probably a lot more people to arrive. But I already bumped into Yas. I bumped into T. Markakis. I've bumped into Seb Junior's in there. I bumped into DJ Meme. All just sitting around enjoying good music at the Phoenix Music Party.
Michael Gray, all the Defected guys were there. Their thing, their be back around. Traxxas guys will be coming. Brian Tappert and the crew, and it's just gonna be if you like house music and you're in Amsterdam and you're not here, I don't know.
Where are you?
You don't like house music.
Exactly.
That's all there is to it.
Well, tonight aside, obviously we're definitely locked in here. Is there anywhere else you're going to be checking out now over the next few days after tonight?
I don't even know.
I don't know either. That's the thing.
Honestly,
I'm kind of looking for help from you.
No. So honestly, I have some more meetings on Friday. I have a couple meetings on Saturday. I'm going to a Beatport Association for Electronic Music kind of mixer cocktail thing, but a lot of it is I'm just hanging out with my friends. It's gonna go for nice dinners and all that. Really, unless you're playing the big club shows and stuff, it's we've been to 1,000 parties. I'd rather just spend time with my friends and just have a good time, and we'll just see where the wind takes us, and we'll end up somewhere good. There's a million things going on. I might swing by Glitterbox or Defected over the weekend, and but we'll just see how it goes, and I'm sure I'll have a great time.
Well, the pressure's kind of off you after tonight, I guess.
Yeah, for us, this is the big thing, and it's the big push, and this is where we kind of focus all our energies. And then after this, just have a good time and just like I said, let the wind take us wherever we go. We'll end up somewhere great. There's so many good parties going on. Lots of my friends are playing shows all throughout the weekend, so I'll just be oh, where is everybody? All right, we'll go there. That sounds good.
Well, it's supposed to be stormy tomorrow, so the wind will take us anywhere, I guess, tomorrow.
Well, yes, yeah. Classic. We've been spoiled the first 2 years after COVID with beautiful, no rain, beautiful weather. So I guess we were due for a little bit of a wet one.
Yeah, well, look, we're outside.
We're okay right now.
Okay.
We're okay right
exactly.
now. But tomorrow might be a little sprinkly.
Always great to catch up at ADE.
Yes.
And thank you so much for all the music you send us for the show.
Always.
That we play.
And thank you for playing all
look,
our music.
I know it goes without saying, but thank you. It makes our show what it is to get that music so early and so up front. So thank you very much. Keep it coming.
Well, and all of us, we appreciate what you do. We can't do this stuff alone. We don't live on an island. We need the kind of support, and you do such a good part of promoting the scene, promoting the culture, and that's not lost on us. And I know it's not lost on all our artists too. They appreciate all the love and the passion that you bring every week doing I used to do one. I know how much work that is. It's crazy. So it's mad respect and right back at you.
Well, it's a joy. It's a joy when you get music like that, Sandy. I really mean that. So thank you very much. Well, we will get you to pick a track, as you know. You're well used to this.
I have to pick Sensation, I guess, now. Cause
you read my mind,
yes,
didn't you? Did I kind of put that in your mind?
Well, no, whatever. It's just...
It's such a great track, though.
I really appreciate it. And it was it took us about a year to put it together. So we might as well get some due out of it.
Yeah,
it was a long time coming, so yeah.
Well, look, that's a great choice, my friend. We should go back and enjoy the festivities of the Phoenix Music Party here at ADE on the Thursday night. Great to see you. Great to talk to you, my friend.
Yes, and same to you, and we'll do it all again next year.
We certainly will.
Yes.
Absolutely. Listen, you were like a kind of a boxing star just coming out of it. Well, we're here at the Phoenix Music Party, of course. We were talking to Andy Reid, label boss of Phoenix Music and curator of the party tonight. There's a huge lineup, as you probably have heard if you've been listening to the show tonight, and it's been a great opportunity to meet so many people that you out there listening to the radio show and me as the DJ on the radio show play every single week. And I have to be honest with you, our next guest, I think, Tassos, if we were to count the number of T. Markakis tunes we play on the show, it would be 50% of our playlist. It's amazing to finally meet you. T. Markakis joining us here at the Hoxton at the Phoenix Music Party. How are you, first of all? How's things?
I'm fine. I'm very fine. I'm very good. It's a really big pleasure to meet you in person, finally.
Absolutely. Well, for me, this is what ADE is about. It's about being able to meet the people whose music we play, and as I said, we play so much of your tunes. How do you find the time? You must have a tune every week nearly on our show. You're a busy man.
Yes, I produce almost 20 hours a day. Almost 20 hours a day.
That is incredible. I mean, that would make sense to me. What I love about your music is it's deep sometimes, it's jacking sometimes, it's, funky sometimes, it's soulful sometimes. So you really have a big range of music that you do.
Yes.
And all different labels, from large music to Phoenix to whatever, Is this your first ADE?
Yes, this is my first time in ADE.
This is incredible for me because this is our 10th show. This is our 10 years anniversary show. So we've been doing this for 10 years, but I've met a lot of people on this show this year that it's their first ADE.
Yes.
So what do you think? What's your experience so far?
I will tell you the truth. I am just a little kid. It's like Christmas to me, I am here for the first time and I saw, here is there, here is there, here is it, it's really amazing. It's really amazing. It's really important to connect artists each other.
Exactly.
It's really
and
important.
Have you made new connections this year?
Yes, a lot of. With it, a big pleasure for me.
You were just playing inside. We just heard your set, which was amazing. You went back to back with Vince Kyra.
Yes, it was a really great set. With Vincent, we have some kind, almost a similar sound, so it was a really good connection.
There's a lot of scratching in there, a lot of breakbeat, a lot of different styles.
Yes. It was a jacking, deep, some garage, some house. It was very nice.
You're here tonight. It's only Thursday night, so we still have. Are you here for the whole event? You're here for till Sunday?
Yes, okay, I will be here till Sunday. Yes.
So we're here tonight on Thursday. We still have a couple of days of ADE left. Do you have more gigs to play?
Yes, I have tomorrow. I play with Markakis, Menesix, and some other artists on Lagerwald, Nord. It's the Overdose Records party. I've been there. After that, I will go to Europub with Angelo Ferreri, Arfen Days, Joe Paciello, and a lot of more. And on 21st, I played on Cafe Brandon, also with Angelo Ferreri and Joe Paciello, and some other artists.
So you have a busy ADE
yes,
with parties and everything else.
Yes.
Okay, amazing.
It's really amazing.
Well, look, I'm so happy that you are here. It's amazing to meet you finally because, as I say, I was talking to a couple of guys inside, and all the people listening at home, even me, we know the name, but we never get to really talk to you or meet you because we just play your music that we love, and it's a real honour to finally meet you. And thank you for all the amazing music. Really mean that.
Thank you very much for your big support, first of all, on your radio show. And it was really a big pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, great to see you. We'll keep partying and keep those amazing tunes coming, will you?
Thank you very much.
Please do keep that amazing music coming.
I will.
Right, stepping out again here at the Phoenix Music Party. As you can hear, a lot going on even here in the background. People flying up and down here. A lot of people coming into the party, and a lot of names that you will know out there at home. And look, this is, if you've been to ADE, this happens. If you've never been to ADE, I'm going to tell you. You probably know what I'm going to tell you anyway. What happens is people come up and go, hello, how are you? And you go, hi. And it's really loud and you kind of think, oh, who's this? And then you hear the names and you go, oh my God, really, it's you? And this has been my experience with these two gentlemen. I'm talking to Elias Bravo and to Fillip Gronlund, who you know really well at home. Guys, lovely to meet you finally.
Really love to meet you too, Niall.
Likewise,
amazing.
Nigel.
Really
Pleasure's ours. Thank you for having us.
Well, we love your music. I hope we love your music. I mean,
we
if
do
you don't, we're telling you now.
We
love
your
it.
shows too, Ken.
Well, thank you so much, and it's great that you listen to it and we play your music. But you're over here, I think, with PerQX as well, who we'll probably be talking to later in the show.
Yeah.
And is that kind of all the guys from Sweden? That's your
I think
that you know of.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of guys from Sweden. But when it comes to house and tech house,
I think that's about it, right?
Where have you been so far? I mean, you arrived yesterday, I take it, which is Wednesday I'm talking about. So you've arrived first day at ADE, you're doing the whole thing. We're here, of course, at the Phoenix Party, everybody knows. But where were you last night? Where did you go?
The Motive Records, actually.
Of course, which was here as well. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Really nice, excellent artists, amazing music. I mean, Motive Records is a really cool label. I've been wanting to but cool to check it out. I mean,
and it's good to also catch up with old friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. And as yourself, Niall. I mean, this is the first time we meet. It's such a
thing,
pleasure.
Though. And I mean, I know it's really cliched about ADE, but that's what happens, isn't it? That's actually what happens.
Yeah. You meet everyone. It's such an honor, but also very inspiring at the same time.
Exactly. And have you made new connections? I mean, I know it's only the second day. I mean, we've still a few more days to go. But have you made any new connections, I suppose, since you arrived?
Yeah, we have actually. So we've been on events all day, and I'm very happy to meet new people, but also to meet new people for new collaborations as well. So we're very, very excited about that, and going back to the Nordics and Sweden to
bursting with inspiration. I would say.
Exactly, motivated. My Motive Records, motivated. But that's it. It's inspiration, isn't it, though, to meet everybody doing the same journey, I guess, musically. I mean, the music might be slightly different, but everyone's on the same kind of, vibe.
Especially, I mean, because in Sweden, the scene isn't so big. It's quite small.
Really? Okay.
You see that the world is bigger than Sweden.
Well, there you go.
Stockholm is...
I mean,
huge.
I have to admit, to my shame, I know really very little about the scene in Sweden, so I'm relying on you guys for that information. So what is it like? I mean, is there much of a house scene in Stockholm?
Not really, actually.
No, not really. So usually, I mean, all these Scandinavian producers leave Scandinavia and play abroad, basically.
Right.
So, because you don't have the same scene in the Nordics. But what you have is the creativity, you have the tools, but also everyone works together to create something special. And I think we have seen that in previous years with the house mafia, but also with the techno guys, Adam Beyer, So that's what we do. We work together and we try to be innovative.
Yes, and also because the scene is quite small, when you get to know the right people in Sweden, you become a really close-knit family. Because we listen to like the UK stations, because we don't really have an outlet for that in Sweden. So we look at you guys and
we listen
try to do the best we
to
can.
Niall's
exactly.
radio show.
Well, do you know what? I mean, I always find that really, not embarrassing, but I just find that mad.
But it's the truth.
But what's great is the world is actually getting a smaller place because of technology and because of, I suppose, social media, let's be honest about it. And it's great to think that even if you are in a place, could be Sweden, could be anywhere, that doesn't have a huge scene, you can still connect to people through, the web or through...
As we have.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is crazy.
Which is brilliant.
Yeah.
We've never met before, which... It's sad, but it's great we're putting that, to right now. This isn't your first ADE, I take it, is it?
No.
Okay. I'm talking to a lot of first-timers this time around, which is cool, but, so you guys know what to expect and, all that, right? Okay. So, in that same question then, have you plans for the weekend? Have you made a kind of plan for what you're going to see and what is that going to be?
Yeah, I'm going, actually tomorrow I'm going to the Cuckoo's Nest.
The Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like a restaurant in the...
it's like Low Steppa Gus, Divine playing and stuff. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Some old friends there too, so I look forward to it.
Cool.
I'm actually joining Fillip as well, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Good stuff. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to get back to the party, but I thank you so much for coming out and talking to me.
Thank you.
I said we were chatting inside. I said,
you're amazing.
I need to put a microphone up in these guys. I need to hear these guys, right? Because I say
such a pleasure to meet you.
And likewise.
Thank you for the amazing job that you do.
Yeah.
And it's really inspiring for us, everything you do. So I just have to say thank you from us in the Nordics. We really appreciate you.
Likewise, and I've one last task for you, okay? You might know this, so I'm kind of springing this on you. But we ask all our guests to pick a record to play, because we break up our chats on this show with music. You guys have a lot of music you could pick of yourselves. You don't have to pick yourselves, but if you want to pick a decision together, I guess, you can play a track. It's your choice.
I'm actually going to say In the Air by INJ.
Okay.
It's, let me just double check this, but it's a wonderful track by on Revoke, actually, if you know the track. It's like an old school piano house banger, not really 90s.
Well, I have to admit, I've never heard that, so you're introducing me to new music now, which is brilliant, but yet we will play that straight away. Elias, bravo. Fillip Gronlund. I hope have I pronounced that name right? Are you
Yes,
being polite? You're
yes,
not
it's
being
correct.
polite.
Yes.
You
No,
would
no,
tell
no,
me,
no.
wouldn't you?
Yes.
Philip Gronlund, but
Nice,
you know
bravo,
it's.
yeah.
I said the second bit a little bit
I
Dublin.
think it's a good
It's
pronunciation.
close.
Yeah, it's
Listen,
close enough.
having a name like Niall, I know what it's like, all right? And look, we do our best, but thank you for being so forgiving. Guys, great to see you. Great to catch up
Thank
with
you
you.
so
and
much for having
great
us
to
on the
meet you.
show. Likewise.
Always.
Thank you.
And we'll get back to the party. We'll enjoy EG. And yeah, let's see each other out there. That your alarm to get up, Phil Ross. I was going to say, look at us all sensible at the ADE. Early nights, up early in the morning.
Great start.
Good morning, chaps. I'm here with, you out there listening to the radio show know these guys as the fabric, pretty much, of the Digital Groove, not only through their label Midnight Ride, but through their productions themselves and together, and remixes, and everything else in between. I'm, of course, talking about Phil Rose, who you're here just waking up this morning, and Mr. Yam Who, Andy Williams. Chaps, we were partying on Thursday night. I was hoping to do this Thursday night, but I'm way gladder that we're doing it now, because Thursday night you guys were flying.
Yeah.
Absolutely flying. What a great night. I caught you in the mix with Phil and Suki singing just as I came in. And, last year we did this as well. We had a chat right after you guys were playing, and we're a bit more chilled now, as I said. But in a year, how has things been for the last... This is like our new year every year. ADE is like the reset. So how has the last 12 months been?
Pretty good, yeah. Pretty intense. Haven't really stopped, and... Yeah, I think even last year it's like, wow, this is good. But the whole year's sort of elevated us a little bit. So Thursday night was a bit of a pinnacle or a bit of a moment when all the hard work, you're like, okay, 15, 16 DJs, artists.
I think it's definitely good analogies, that like swan on the surface. But there's been a lot of peddling to get here, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. I mean, I kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of feel you were probably planning this already next year. For
we're already thinking about next year.
As well, yeah.
But it just took a lot of, I've used a lot of my tokens up now, because the lineup was just, it's a big lineup that we brought this year with young Pulse and Natasha and Michael, and even the supporting artists like Disco Sparks and Adam Nova and Colin the Selector and and Ricky Disco, like doing the live PA and stuff. It was just the most kitsch pop disco.
And it was
thing.
non-stop. It was just one after the other, wasn't it?
And we were a bit scared, weren't we? Because we didn't want to. We've had so many people help us along the journey that we didn't want to miss anybody out.
And that actually must be quite difficult.
And,
I mean, your roster is huge, even on Midnight Riot, alone as a label, it's huge. And I mean, the amount of people who you could probably bring in to play, you just can't fit them all on. So yeah, it's a kind of a hard decision to make, God love you.
Yeah. We didn't want to, I think, we thought we were a bit worried because everyone had quite short sets at the beginning, but it really worked. It really worked, which was a shock.
Yeah. And of course, here in Vix, it's sort of by ADE standards quite an early finish. Like it's a 1 o'clock finish, so time isn't really on your side either, is it? When you think about it.
But it works for us, yeah. So
works for us
middle-aged
roll on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at us here now, fresh as the days. You guys are about to have your sauna with Michael Gray. My God, where would you get it? Finishing at 1 o'clock in the morning is a new party and all night. Absolutely.
Totally.
No, it was absolutely fantastic party. So I was real privileged to be there again and just enjoy the amazing music. And that's obviously what sets you guys apart, both as artists and as a label. The music is always up there quality, do you know what I mean? It's undeniable brand quality of Midnight Riot. So well done. Another amazing party this year, I have to say, and you must be absolutely delighted. So and you should be. But it is a bit later in ADE now that we're having this chat, of course. So there have been doing other things rather than putting your night on and partying. Who did you catch up with, and what did you do the last couple of days? As a label or individually, you can pick.
Well, we've just been after like Thursday night. Yesterday was a bit of a washout, but meeting Track Source and
we had a meeting
Defected
Track Source, Defected,
Groove
Culture. We had
Meme for the first time.
Yeah, I'd never met Meme before, so we had a catch up with him. I think it's been we're quite relaxed with that because it was such a big build up to the party, and it was like we've done the party now, we can just go and touch base with who we want to touch, and it's always good to spend time with Michael. And we've been with Young Pulse, with Julian and Uncle Tex, who we spent a lot of time with them this year. We've just had a mega year of gigs, and we did a party we did Young Pulse's party in France with him on a boat in the Seine, on a 3-story boat in the middle floor, and it was next level, mate, wasn't it? It was just, they had a 6-hour whacking competition, so it was like the FA Cup of whacking.
What? Whacking? What's whacking?
It's basically, it's like voguing.
And break.
Voguing, break.
Oh my God, okay, right.
And
I had no idea.
It was a 6-hour party before us. And literally, it got down to like just before the DJs went on properly, because Uncle Tex does the music in the background. And the final was Kiddie Smile from Defected, and this girl that had got through to the final, and Kiddie Smile won. But just the vibe of that, I think it really gave us a lot of inspiration, didn't it? Because it was so diverse, so inclusive, so friendly. And it was just about, wow, this scene is so small in France, but so big in other ways. It was really cool. We've had some great gigs. It's been really, this year, been...
Have you noticed you've grown as sort of a brand? Because, I mean, Midnight Riot obviously just can only go to strength to strength, really, when you look at everything that's coming out. I mean, have you noticed in the last 12 months since we chatted that the brand has gotten bigger, your names have gotten bigger, your vibe has gotten bigger across the world as well, yeah?
Yeah, okay. Slowly, like organically, but I think if anyone puts the work in, then, it doesn't matter what you're doing, but...
Song stats is a great thing, and then you look and you're like, oh, we're number 1 in Austria now in new disco, or we're number 2 in Switzerland, or... So it's really been... Yeah, it's been really good, man.
Yeah, the song stats kind of show you're spreading across the world. Like, you've got to keep track of that, right?
It's just...
Digital age,
It's a frightening thing, and you don't realise who's playing you and what... I mean, we've had stuff... I've had my last year Garossa release, Side of Soul, Jamie Jones opened his show, which is... we've got that cutting across vibe, which is unbelievable.
Enjoy the sauna.
Have a good sauna, mate.
I might see you in there.
Yeah, we're coming down shortly. Keep your shorts on.
That's another ADE moment. Michael Gray going for a sauna. Okay. He has clothes on, by the way, for anyone who's listening to radio.
But yeah,
so what was going on there.
It's really good, mate. And I think the level of music that's coming out from us it's just gone up another level recently.
Yeah, I've just built a new studio as well.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's been like the last 2 months
That kind of sounds stressful though as well. Was it a lot of work to do that?
Yeah,
moving everything. Yeah.
But finally, I mean, that's been like one of the end goals, or like you know, on the box was to get not the ultimate place, but a much, you know.
I could
better
stand
space.
up.
Yeah.
I could stand up in the last studio.
That's like that's the big news. Is
Okay, brilliant. Well, I mean, that can only lead to more exciting projects, I guess, in the next couple of months. So, what have you got lined up then? I mean, is there stuff that you're working on now when you head home?
Yeah,
imminently.
Daily, but we're sort of scheduling for next year, so you kind of can see what's coming in and you know what's going to happen to a certain degree. And
trying to think what's coming up. Sort of Sonic Soul Orchestra with Cathy
Brown,
Brown, which is getting. Alan Dixon's been playing at a Glitterbox. We've got a new gospel album, which is coming. Which I've done something, he's done something. Obviously, what else have we got? We've got a new Love Doves single that we finished last week. That's me. The Love Doves is me and him. That's us.
Okay,
it's
good
me
stuff.
and him together.
Yeah.
Another. I think people might get a bit sick sometimes of Yam Who, so we just thought.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. So there's a new Love Doves thing. There's a new thing out from me called what have I got out, man? Days Trying, which is a new thing. December the 1st. There's a new Platinum City with. God, when you list it all out like this, you don't realise how much stuff. With Sophie Joy from Girls of the Internet that I've done, that was finished. He's done a new, that new gospel track that you've done, mate. It's amazing. What was that one you've done? We've done and you've done a new remix for Dom Dawson, which samples a Chic sample.
Yeah, there's a new Suki Soul.
A new
and
Suki
Mr.
Soul.
Smith,
Yeah, just come out.
Let's Go Together. That's coming.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
we're busy,
relentless,
man.
you know.
We're busy.
It is relentless. I was
But
going to say,
also-
I'm trying to, you know,
It's busy, man.
getting dizzy listening to this.
He's busy,
But I mean, just show you how consistent you guys are. It's just, it is non-stop. This is nearly your holiday, even though it's party time, you know.
Yeah.
Little
Well,
break from the studio.
even when we were in Ibiza this year and we were playing in Ibiza and we did Little Disco at Leo, which is part of Pasha. We did that this year, and I had an idea for a track, and literally he got his laptop out and we literally finished the Love Doves track at the airport. So it organically works.
Even on the road, huh?
Even on the road.
Even on the road.
Yeah.
As you do.
Yeah.
It's a way of life, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a way of life,
you've
lads.
got to do it. You've got to strike while the iron's hot and
That's
everything.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, look, it's great to catch up with you. As I say, I was delighted I could.
Thanks for having us, man, and thanks for the support, mate. Thank you.
As I said, you guys
You
listen.
are a legend, mate.
Every
You
single
are
person listening
legend,
tonight and who
mate.
even hears this back knows Midnight Riot intrinsically is linked with my show, the sound of our show. You guys are part of the fabric, as I've said to you, you know, and it's great that you not only send us this music and make this music, of course, more importantly, but thanks so much for chatting to me, because it's great that people hear what's going on at Midnight Riot.
But mate, can I just say you are a rare entity in this business because you still do it because you love it. Every
Cheers,
respect,
man.
man. Thank you, man.
Well, thank you, and we look forward to. I suppose we're going to do this. Please God, next year too. So I'm hoping to maybe see you guys before that. I would hope maybe in Manchester, because I realise Manchester's actually about a 20-minute flight from me. Yeah. You know, in all my years, I'd never been to Manchester till last year, and I realise how close it is. So
if charlatans are on, mate, you'll be there.
Certainly will.
You'll be there,
Certainly
mate.
will. We'll make a date of that. But no, what I'm saying, I suppose, is hopefully I will see you sooner rather than ADE next year. But certainly we will see you here hopefully next year doing even bigger and better things. And
Thanks,
we shall catch up then. You guys are heading home tonight, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably not all partied out, but hopefully inspired and re-energised for the end of the year and next year.
Afro Boogie a week on Saturday, so we're doing Afro Boogie just to give it a shout. 28th of October in Uddingston, in the Castle Rooms. There you go. Ian and Bonnie will like that promo. So if anyone's around,
If you're around that area, yes,
Scotland,
absolutely. Scottish crew.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. Always great to hang out and chat at ADE and
Thanks,
see you
man.
guys. And keep that amazing music coming. I know you don't need much encouragement to do that. You're going to do that anyway, but we love it, and we love it. So please keep it coming, and thank you for everything. Safe travels onwards, and catch you soon.
You too, man. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Well, that wraps up this week's ADE Part 1 of the Digital Groove 2023 10th anniversary edition of our ADE specials here. This has just been Part 1. We're going to bring you a Part 2 next Monday night, and of course that'll be, I won't give anything away, but that will be a couple more amazing guests and amazing music and amazing stories to get through for 2 hours. Please do join us then. If you want to listen back to this show at any point, you can listen back on the RTE Radio player. We'll fling it up on our Mixcloud page as well. Thank you for joining us here at the ADE 2023. hope you enjoyed what you heard. And if you were one of our guests or one of the people that we bumped into at the ADE, I hope you enjoyed hearing yourself. I'll talk to you next Monday night for ADE Special Part 2 2023. In the meantime, God bless you. Thanks. Bye-bye from Amsterdam.